What's up, y'all? I am back with the Week 1 matchup versus the LA Rams. I'm actually kind of frustrated about this stuff because the video just would not upload. I did a live comm of this game, but obviously I had to delete the commentary and just edit the game down to highlights and stuff. But yeah, this was a fun game to play. I mean, when I live commed it, I thought it was pretty successful, but YouTube just wouldn't um, take it. I guess. I don't have any problem with being verified. It's just like I upload my videos from iMovie and it just would not upload. So so that was pretty annoying. But I mean, hey, if I can't do that, then I just gotta do it the old-fashioned way or the way I do it now and edit it down. And maybe when sooner or later when I have better stuff, maybe I can upload it later on. Maybe I can do a live com from my game capture. But once I get the stuff down as far as my mic and the sound being good, then everything will be okay. But as the game starts, the Rams get the ball first as Case Keenum is the starting quarterback. Jared Goff is not starting right now, and Todd Gurley on the first drive gets a big ass run to put them deep in our territory. Ridiculous. Fantastic defense. Start the regular season off on the worst note. So so as that shit went down, Todd Gurley had a big ass run. That was nice. But here we go with they lost yards on the first play, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna bring some pressure with Jesse Williams getting the sack. Free agency pickup, balling out. You know how he does. Oh? I still need to find some music to be put on the background of these videos. Uh, actually just got out of a test for German. So I'm just chilling in my apartment now, waiting for my next class. And I thought I should, record this and then try to upload it to YouTube. As we got them in a third down 21. I'm pretty sure that's out of field goal range, but I don't know how good the Rams kicker is. And, we got that pressure. Was that Kwan Williams? That was Kwan. Oh, let's go. We're going to decline that because we got that sack. So that ended up making them settle for a field goal. I guess they weren't out of field goal range. And you know how we do. Carlos Hyde balling. Maybe I wish he was a little bit faster, but first carry of the game, first carry of the season for Carlos Hyde goes for 58 yards. If Todd Gurley can do it too, Carlos Hyde can do it as well. Carlos Hyde doesn't want to be shown out by Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley is a very good man, but very good running back. But Carlos Hyde's trying to show that he is at the same level. And here we go, as Mike Davis is in the backfield with Braxton Miller. Braxton Miller does the read option, showing that he is a dual threat quarterback. Here we go, 2nd and 5 in the red zone. Mike Davis with the tub. Mike Davis, our backup running back. Crazy. Backup running back getting the tub to go up in the game 7-3. Oh, it's a good time. As Eric Reed is getting ready on defense on the 2nd down and 10 midfield for the LA Rams. As we are getting pressure with Jesse Williams, our Bama boy, free agency pickup. We splashed in free agency. Kwan, Jesse Williams, already making plays. Guys we picked up out of free agency, guys that were probably labeled as bust. And we're showing that we can ball out with these guys. Kwan coming out the nickel spot, and Jesse Williams actually becoming our starting D tackle. Technically, Kwan starts because you're nickel so much in the NFL nowadays because so many teams like to pass, and a lot of teams have 3 receiver sets. But this is how we do. As we get I guess we almost get a sack. We get a lot of pressure on Case Keenum to bring up That fourth down, we had to get the ball back. Here we go. As Carlos Hyde is balling like he always does. Carlos Hyde showing that he is a man amongst boys out there. As Braxton Miller, we're gonna put in an empty set, show that we're not scared to put the ball in Braxton's hands. As Ruben Randall is going down the field, and this man is slow as hell. Maybe he's just slow because, I don't know why he was so slow. That was weird. As that's gonna put us into the deep into the goal line after we just dink it and diamond a little bit down the field. Don't need to show all those little plays. As we give the ball to Carlos Hyde, and the man gets injured. Of course. Yep, Carlos Hyde, fantastic. Week 1, and he is out. He actually ends up breaking his collarbone. He's going to be out for like half the season. So that's fantastic. Starting running back is out for the half of the year, depending on how the season goes. Ooh, Aaron Lynch! But depending on how the season goes, Carlos Hyde might have to be somebody we might let go of. Going into the next season, might put him on the trade block, trade him to somewhere, maybe during the draft. Trade him during the draft, possibly. That'll be something new, something to explore. And, woo, look at that terrible pass by Case Keenum. He's trash. Might as well put Jared Goff in there and build for the future, Jeff Fisher. Might as well be. Okay, but after that interception, we having the ball. Beginning of the second quarter, as Mike Davis goes in. What a beautiful move, and he fumbles. Fantastic. So Carlos Hyde gets hurt. Mike Davis fumbles. It's not looking good offensively for us. But our defense is balling out right now. So, maybe our defense can hold on. But our offense right now is kind of stalling. We will put the ball in Braxton's hands as far as throwing, but if we can run the ball, we really want to live with the running game. That way you can develop Braxton. We want to have the Russell Wilson treatment where we rely on our defense and run game to kind of fantastic. Todd Gurley just completely embarrassing our entire team. But back to what I was saying is we want to kind of run back Braxton like the Russell Wilson treatment. And run the ball and rely on defense, and don't put the ball in his hands too much. That way we can really develop him. And once he's actually good enough to really make a lot of throws, I feel like we should probably. That's how we're gonna have to take care of it. Once he gets better, then we will ball out with him. But until then, we are gonna rely on defense and run game. But with Carlos Hyde getting injured now for half the season most likely, and Mike Davis fumbling right there, it's going to be kind of hard to trust anybody that we truly have. Right now, with Mike Davis fumbling, and he is our backup, we're going to have to definitely put him in there. At some point, as the Rams completely shut down that bubble, and Braxton had to take the sack. Woo! Dre Archer, the only things we're going to use Dre Archer for kick return, punt return, and the occasional slip screen. After that big play, we end up driving down the field right before halftime to try to get some points on the board. As beautiful pass and a late hit. Braxton Miller showing that he can ball out at the quarterback position in the NFL. Once we get Braxton up to a level we need him to be, hopefully that's before Madden 18 comes out, because once that comes out, then this whole thing is over. But wow, Vance McDonald balling out. Oh, the stiff arm! I think that's the first time I've ever used a stiff arm on this game, successfully. I think that's literally the first time I've seen the stiff arm animation in this game. I've had it since day one that it came out. They also don't try to stiff arm very much. As Toby Gerhardt gets hit, Braxton Miller is balling out right now. He's using a play action game, a quick pass game, kind of like just like the Russell Wilson treatment. Just like I said, as I didn't know what I really wanted to do. I wanted to run with Braxton, but you could also tell I was very indecisive on what I wanted to do. As we're gonna hit Mike Davis out of this backfield, you can just look at that play right before it. Pre-snap read, you can just throw it to Mike Davis. I mean, shit, I could just read it right there, and I did play the game, but yeah, if you couldn't read that, then you need to study a little bit more football, especially if you play football. I'm a firm believer in if you're a football player, you need to know a lot of aspects. You need to at least know a little bit of everything. Even if you're a lineman, you need to know about timing for the quarterback and everything. You just need to understand football. Like, that will make you a better player and just everything. As we get a sack, Eric Armstead not only getting cut blocked, but still having the motor to get up and get the sack on Case Keenum. Cut blocked, coverage is great. Eric Armstead gets up and sacks Case Keenum, showing that he is definitely worthy of being a respected defensive player in this NFL. I feel bad for Case Keenum for that. And I showed him a play right there. I showed what I picked, but maybe I should have cut that. But hey, whatever. Piss poor editing. We'll only cut off a few seconds anyways. As we hold him to 4th down and inches, Eric Reed with a beautiful tackle. Eric Reed is balling out right now with an interception and a couple tackles. Start the season. As we didn't do anything with the ball, so Rams get the ball back here. And, that's a good pocket for them. But, okay, so I wish that didn't happen, but I thought I was the D lineman. I tried to switch and hit Case Keenum before he got rid of the ball, but clearly the ball got taken. The ball got out of his hands, and then switched to the DB, and you could clearly tell that it didn't work out for me. So they didn't get a touchdown there, making the game more interesting. As we take a sack right there by Robert Quinn, he has like 1.5 sacks. After that sack, Rams end up getting the ball and just dinking and diming down the field to put him in right outside of the red zone. As we get a sack with Eric Armstead, that's 2nd and a half sack of the game, 3 sacks basically on the season. I'll always round up. That's just how I do. But here we go. As we get in pressure, and we are playing very, very good defense. As this is a crucial point in the game where we need to make plays. 3rd down and 18 from their 32. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, we got pressure, and that's an intercept. Oh, you got it, Eric Reed. Well, the Rams ended up sending for a field goal there, but man, we should have got that pick. That's why he's on defense, though. As we hit, Ruben Randall, who gets hurt. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason I showed the play. Okay, he's good. He actually ends up only getting cramps, so we actually end up putting him back in the game sooner or later. He ended up getting just like leg cramps and stuff. I mean, it must be hot in Cali right at the time being for this game. And Tavon Austin gets hit down the field as Eric Reed gets the tackle to save it. Still doesn't make up for the drop interception that you got. That's 226 yards for Case Keenum. If we take away that one big play, he ain't having a good game. But, woo! That was the most relieving sneeze I think I've ever had in my life. That felt amazing. As we have them at midfield after that Tavon Austin play, you don't do slip screens against me if you ever play me. I read that shit way too quick. As Eric Armstead gets his 3rd sack of the season, 3rd and a half sack of the season, and in this game, playing lights out. As we try to get pressure on Case Keenum, and nobody's there. Jesse Williams, baby. Woo! Like I said, free agency was a beautiful, beautiful time. As that, basically nothing happens for the rest of the game there. We end up winning 27-20. We end up wasting the clock, and Rams end up doing nothing. No sacks, no highlight plays to end the game. As that was a beautiful win. Braxton Miller and Matt Hedrick get their first wins as a QB coach duo. That was a beautiful game for us. Man, no fourth quarter scores, but it's alright though. We end up getting the win. I'll show a little like highlight there, highlight here or there. That was a beautiful game. But as we wrap it up, looking at these stats, I hope y'all, anybody watching this really tries to keep up. I hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, hit that subscribe and smash that like button. I'm trying to get this channel bigger. Right now, I've only told a few friends to subscribe. So I'm getting more and more here and there. But thank you to anybody that's really just really trying to pay attention to all of that. As Trent Richardson had a big day. But yeah, I'm trying to get this channel bigger. I mean, for Madden 18, I plan on trying to have a story mode thing to follow. Definitely a Patriots connected franchise, as that is my favorite team. And I'm probably going to do a rebuild like what a bunch of other Madden channels do. I'm probably going to start with the Cleveland Browns and San Francisco 49ers. A simulation rebuild and see how that goes. But yeah. So thank you for anybody watching this. Again, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I'll see y'all next time for week 2 against the Carolina Panthers.